Right, so here we are, looking ahead to this Patriots versus Saints game. And I should just start by saying, oh, I'm getting that familiar flutter in my stomach, you know. It always feels like a bit of a big deal when these two face off. Let's dig into the storylines that are shaping up for this encounter. First up, the Patriots. I mean, it's honestly been a bit of a roller coaster for them so far this season. Some weeks you think they've got it sorted, pulling off those gutsy wins, and then the next week, well, suddenly it all looks sort of shaky again. There was that close one a couple games back. I keep mixing up which team it was, but you know the one I mean, where they eked out a win at the last minute. And then the loss just after, which stung, not just for the scoreline, but the way it sort of exposed some of their weak spots, especially on third downs. Now, flipping to the Saints, I think they're coming into this with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, frankly. Their defense has been one of those unsung hero stories. Really disciplined, not flashy, but effective. They've also had quite a few changes in their lineup recently. I noticed they added some pace to their secondary, which has made a difference recovering from big plays. You just get the sense they're not relying on one or two big names. It's this whole kind of team effort thing going on, which can be sneaky tough to play against. And hang on, I've got to go on a bit of a tangent here. The first time I actually saw a Patriots-Saints matchup, I was in Boston. I was still, this daft British toy collector, just sort of gawking at American football culture. And the local fans, oh wow, they care intensely. I remember walking down the street and seeing these little pockets of fans, painted faces and everything, and I know that might sound cliche, but the energy was real. It made me wonder if, in a tight game, that home spirit actually does make a difference. Like, do the fans actually lift the team in those crucial late moments? Anyway, it'll be interesting to see if that Boston crowd can push the Pats along again this time. Now, moving on to the players who could, tip the balance here. The Patriots quarterback, everyone's talking about him, and with good reason. His form recently, it's been a bit up and down, admittedly, but when he's on, the whole team seems to find extra gears. The play calling opens up, the tempo increases, and even the receivers start stretching the field in ways they just didn't before. If he has one of those sharp starts, defenses start scrambling, and it sort of sets the tone. But, and this is a big but, when he's not connecting, it can stall out the attack, and we've seen that too, haven't we? On the Saints side, their defensive unit really jumps out. There are two defenders in particular, the linebackers. I always get their names muddled, but they're relentless, always just where they need to be. They've got this way of reading the play, almost like they're a step ahead. You can see them closing those running lanes and getting pressure at the right moments. Honestly, if they start forcing the Pats' offense into those awkward long third downs again, it could get tricky fast. And then you've got the chess match between the coaches. I know it's easy to gloss over the tactical stuff as, background noise, but with these two teams, coaching is huge. This season, coaching decisions, who to put in at critical moments, when to go for it on the fourth, or how they scheme those defensive looks, well, they've really shifted the outcomes of a couple of matches. Sometimes you see a gutsy call or an unexpected switch at halftime, and it tips everything. So I'll be watching for those moments when the coach, not just the players, leans into the spotlight. Where was I going with this? All right, the decisions off the field could be just as interesting as the play on it. So that'll about close us out for today. There's lots to look forward to, and honestly, who knows what twists this game's going to throw at us. We'll be back to dig into what went down and maybe, have a laugh about my terrible attempts at predicting who'd win. Catch you next time on Pats.